miembros de la familia. Mi nombre es Amaraldago. Son bienvenidos de nuevo a mi canal. And to my English subscribers, hello family members, you are welcome back to my channel. If you're just joining me for the very first time, I'm originally from Nigeria and I bring to you content based on how you can obtain your visas, immigration news, and how you can live your best life here in España. If you think you can relate to that kind of content, then please do consider subscribing by pressing the red subscribe button down below. Turn on your bell notifications so whenever I post, you'll be the first to get notified. Liking this video if you like this kind of content, sharing this content to other people who you think may need problem solving videos like this one, and also leaving your comments down in the comment section. This way you can get to leave suggestions of video you like to see here on this channel, ask questions pertaining to the video you see right now, and also just be in communication with me. Who wouldn't want that? All right, disclaimer: I am not an immigration lawyer, neither am I a recruiter. This video is brought to you based on my own personal experience and research. So do your own research and find out more about this if you want to know better before you take your next step. Without further ado, we'll be getting straight into today's video. In today's video, we are going to be discussing in-depth details of how to legalize your marriage certificate for whatever purpose you want to use this marriage certificate for, like a pro in the Spanish. Okay, several reasons why you may need to legalize your marriage certificate. So it is an important step that needs to be addressed. I have had tons of questions from people who want to do this procedure and they don't know how to go about this. So this video is going to be discussing every single step you need to take, documents that you need to present, the documents that need to be legalized, and the offices you need to do those legalizations before you come to Spanish embassy. We're going to be discussing the cost of legalizing your marriage certificate in the Spanish embassy and exceptional fees that need to be paid based on your status. So if you do not want to miss this bit, I have done this process before and I did it successfully well, and I've also advised people on how to do it very well. If there are any questions you have, leave them down in the comment section. But we're going to be diving deep down. I'm not going to be leaving any details, so do well to stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. All right, in today's video we are going to be talking about marriage certificate legalization. So if you need to legalize your marriage certificate for whatever purpose you want to use that for, firstly you need to have a marriage certificate. Which marriage certificate am I talking? There are several kinds of marriage certificates, so let me be specific. You need to have a civil marriage certificate. Civil, that's marriage done in the registry. You need to have a certificate for that purpose. If you have a church certificate or you have whatsoever certificate that you have that is not from the registry, this is not admissible in the Spanish embassy. So just bear that in mind. Guys, we have already made mention of having a civil marriage certificate. Once you have that, you can start the process. The first thing you need to do as somebody who wants to legalize his or her marriage certificate is book an appointment for this procedure. Why I'm saying this is because it takes like 3 months to get an appointment date. So if you book now, which is July, you may be getting an appointment date in September or October, as the case may be. So it's better you just book an appointment since this is your plan. You want to legalize your marriage certificate. After you've done that and you've given a date, you can now go on to start these other processes. Number one, you will need to take your marriage certificate to the registry where it was originally gotten from, and you need to get original true copy. How is this done? It's done simply by photocopying your original marriage certificate, having a clear photocopy with you, and taking the original marriage certificate to the registry where it was gotten from. You're going to be asking them that you need an original true copy. They do this every other day. And once you do that, you'll be paying the sum and they will be stamping on the photocopy that you have with you that this is an original true copy, after they've of course checked out whether your marriage certificate is truly from them and all those good stuff. So once they've given you that stamp and they've signed on it and dated the photocopy, now you have an original true copy of your marriage certificate, and you also have the original one. This document, which is the original true copy, which was photocopied by you, will need to be sent to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in your country, and you need to also certify it. They are going to be stamping on it and also signing by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, by the office there. Once this is done, the next thing you need to do is to gather your documents for your appointment with the Spanish embassy. We'll be getting into that in a bit. Guys, now we're going to be talking about going for this procedure. There are some documents that need to be gotten. You need to bring this document in order for you to legalize your marriage certificate. Number one document that you need is the appointment email that you got from Spanish embassy. If you don't have this, my darling, you will not be able to access the embassy. So you need to print out the first page of this appointment email and just put it aside. It is very important that you have this with you in order for you to go for your appointment. The next thing you need is your original marriage certificate. You need it. Then you also need the original true copy that has been legalized at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and you took it also to the registry and you got an original true copy. So yes, this one you need it attached to the file that you're going to be taking to the embassy. Now you need to photocopy that original true copy. Guys, I am going to be leaving out everything I'm saying because this is an important step on the screen, so please do well to pause the video if need be and watch, or just pay attention to what is written on the screen and listen to me so that you don't make any mistake, because we are doing this like a pro. All right, so once you photocopy this original true copy, you have that with you. Get photographs of your court wedding. Photographs of your court wedding is necessary. I said photographs, I didn't say photograph. So it's plural, that means more than one. So you need to take a couple with you, maybe 3 or 4 is okay with you for this process. You will need to get photocopy of your international passport, of the spouse living in Nigeria, and also the photocopy of the spouse living in Spain. And if you want to do family reunion, you have a spouse in Spain, you need to tell him to send you the photocopy of his international passport. Very important. You will also need the photocopy of the resident permit of spouse living in Spain, and you need the photocopy of your spouse international passport, both old and new passports. You need to photocopy it. So yes, these are the documents that you need for this process. Once you have gathered all these documents together, you have them, everything is sorted, you put them in a file. Do not forget to put in your front page of the email that was sent to you, your appointment email there, and you're going to be taking your passport to gain access into the embassy. Now we are going to be looking at the cost of legalization. Yes. Okay, in order to legalize your marriage certificate, you will need to pay a flat sum of 150,000 naira from wherever this marriage certificate was gotten from. Either before, it used to be like based on the states, but right now, wherever states you got your marriage done or your registry done, it's the same price, 150,000. Now, if you got your registry done in a federal registry, it would attract additional 15,000 naira. Yes, that's for those living in Nigeria. If you are not living in Nigeria and this does not apply to you, please pay no attention. But if you're living in Nigeria and this applies to you, take notes. Once you have your 150,000 and you got your registry done in the federal registry, you need to attach 15,000 to that 150. That's 165 in total. Yes, and in order to legalize the photocopy, it attracts is 1.5, so that one is a little amount of money. So yes, then another thing you will like to know is if you are legalizing your MPC document, you will need to pay an additional 10,000 naira also. Please bear this in mind. So once you have all these documents with you, the day of our appointment draws by, you go for this appointment, you're going to be paying in cash. Please take note, you are going to be paying your fee in cash. Both the lawyer fee and the legalization fee, everything has to be paid in cash. So please take note of this and don't get it twisted. You're going to be doing that and you'll be waiting. If this marriage certificate is the first time you're legalizing your marriage certificate, then it will take you about 2 months for the investigation to be done and return back to the embassy, and for them to call you up to come and pick up. It will take 2 months. So once this 2 months has elapsed, because they're going to be giving you a date on your receipt of payment. Once this 2 months has elapsed and you are not called, please do well to call the embassy. It's either you send them an email stating that the day they gave you has elapsed and you haven't been called, or visit the embassy to make inquiries. Don't just sit at home and be like, oh, since they did not call me, let me still wait. No, go there and make your inquiries, and they'll be telling you the reason why that you've not been called. So you need to just, give them information so that they will give you what you want. This marriage, if this is the first time you're doing it, you will need to wait for 2 months for the investigation to be done. But if this is you've done it before, you will need to be attaching the marriage certificate that was previously done, so that they know that, okay, this is the second time you're doing it. The first one has expired and now you need to re-legalize this marriage certificate. If you want to have details of how to re-legalize a marriage certificate, please do well to watch this video. Please watch this video. I made a detailed video on how to re-legalize your marriage certificate for those people who need this in order to renew their residency in Spain. So yes, this brings to the end of my video. If you take all the steps I mentioned here, you'll be able to get your marriage certificate legalized like a pro without any mistakes. But if you still need an extra clarification on 1 or 2 things, then do well to contact me at amara_udagu on my IG, or you can send an email to amara_udagu@gmail.com. Thank you very much for tuning in to this video. I enjoyed bringing it to you. And guys, do not forget that if you need your translations done, I can help you with that service. I work with authorized translators, and in no time I can get your document translated from English to Spanish. So do well to contact me for that. My contact addresses are right here on the screen. Thank you very much for joining me on today's video, and see you on my next video. See you then. Hasta luego.